Hello. 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 We're all set up so you can be anywhere. And it's recording. Letter one, so it's front and back. Do you want to stand? Nah. And don't worry about bloopers. I'm the only one who's going to see it. And we have had many of them since COVID. Infinity bloopers. If anybody ever saw the files that we so many bloopers. Yeah, test.
Testing 1, 2. Oh, I can hear me. Lovely. Dear Donner, the barn's been quieter with you off at training. Hope they're not running you too hard down there. Not quite the same without your snoring. Anyway, I thought I'd write. Just got in from a long day and needed to get something off my chest. The letters from the kids started piling up last week. At first, it was all of the usual requests like toys, games, etc. That new iPhone might be the death of us. But mixed in with the normal stuff, I've been seeing something else, something way heavier. Not sadness exactly, it's more like weariness. It seems like the world has just become so mean. I've seen it before, but this year it keeps playing over and over in my mind. I don't know if the world is worse or if I'm just feeling it more. But either way, it's been hard to shake. I keep thinking that maybe what folks want isn't anything we can pack in the sleigh. Maybe what they need is something we've never thought of, something else that I can't quite put my finger on. I don't have any answers. Maybe you have some thoughts? Rest up, friend. The big night is coming up quick. We'll need you in good shape. SC. Dear Donner, took the sleigh up for a quick test flight today. Nothing fancy, just a loop to stretch the runners. The skies were clear, but something about the air felt off. I watched the news before I left. Shouldn't have, maybe. It just hit me harder than usual today. I couldn't stop thinking about it. It's not the big things that get to me. It just seems like it's one bad thing after another, little bits of unfairness and cruelty that have become so normal we hardly even notice anymore. And I keep wondering, what are people even hoping for? Do they even know? Maybe it's not magic. Maybe they just want the world to be a little less cruel, a little kinder, a little more fair. Flying helped. It usually does. Something about being above it all, even for a moment. I don't know what's coming next, but I have to believe that people want something better than whatever this is. Good luck at training. Can't wait to find out what you've learned. SC. Dude, you will never believe what happened. First, Blitzen decided to reorganize the launch manifest. Not that anyone asked him to. He sorted everything by wrapping paper pattern. Took me an hour to find the telescopes. They'd been filed under Silver Star's medium shine. I don't even want to talk about what happened to the ukuleles. Then one of the interns, I won't name names, but she's the one who still can't tell the difference between snow glitter and flight dust, tried to buff the sleigh runners while it was moving. We now have a perfectly polished groove down the runway and one fewer broomstick. And just when I thought we'd made it through the worst of it, boom, the cocoa machine exploded, full blast, all over me. I looked like a peppermint swamp monster. There was this moment of total silence. No one moved. And then we all lost it. I mean, lost it. Jingle dropped a tray of candy buttons. The interns were crying with laughter, and I laughed so hard I about peed my pants. What else could we do? It didn't fix anything. The lift is still a mess, and I smell like boiled sugar, but for a minute, everything felt good. Like we were in on the same joke. It felt so good to feel joy in the chaos, even if it didn't last long. Well, you're back in 2 days. Thank the stars. I'm not sure how long any of us are going to make it without some sense around here. See you soon, SC. Dear Rudolph, I always forget how quiet it gets after. One night you're soaring through the sky, the world twinkling below, every rooftop waiting, and now it's just still and quiet. I got a half-eaten cookie in a barn full of empty boxes. We did our job. The sleigh is parked in the shed, and I can't help but wonder if all of our work meant anything. I know that sounds jaded, and I know it's not a particularly helpful question. I'm not even sure what I meant by it. I guess I just hoped all that effort would make some kind of difference. But the news came on this morning, and it looked the same. It's not the first time I've felt this way. Usually it passes, but this year I can't shake it. I don't know what I expected. It's not like a flight and a few million packages can undo what's broken, but I guess I wanted a little more wonder to stick around, or at least not disappear so fast. Maybe that's not our part of the story. Maybe wonder doesn't come from us. Maybe it comes from something bigger that's moving in ways we can't see. I want to believe that, but it's way harder than it sounds. Anyway, Thanks for leading the way this year, especially through the fog. I don't say that enough. Get some rest, okay? SC. Dear Wifey, I took the sleigh out this morning to test the steering fix. The right runner had been pulling since Christmas, and the elves swore they had it sorted. I figured a quick loop through the upper currents would tell me what I needed to know. It was still dark and so quiet. I was up there flying and kept noticing this one star that was hanging weirdly low, and it was so bright. It sounds weird, but it's almost like it wanted me to follow it. I didn't plan to. I just did. The farther I went, the quieter it all felt. I came over a ridge I didn't recognize and saw this little town tucked into the hills. No signs, no lights, just rooftops and a small barn behind an inn. I don't know what came over me, but I went to take a look. I looked through the window and saw a young woman was holding a baby. She didn't look surprised to see me, just calm, like she'd been expecting someone, like I wasn't the first. I didn't go in, didn't say a word, just stood there and watched. And I don't know how to explain it, but standing there, I got this feeling like maybe this was what the world had been waiting for. Like everything might be different now. I just had a sense of calm that the thing we've been waiting for was finally here. It all made sense. It's not about me, not the traditions or the hustle and bustle of all of it. Just a baby. And could change everything if only people would let him. Now I get it. I'm not supposed to be the main point of the story. My job is to help point out the way to him. I'll be home soon. Tell the elves the fix worked. And if there's still a piece of that walnut loaf, I wouldn't say no. Love you, Nick.